Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West. And today we're breaking down our picks for the top five. I mean, four. Probably three, because there's the one worst. All right. Top three and one worst. Level 9 Druid Spells.
I have a bone.
There's only four on this list.
I know, and I have a bone to pick with Wizards of the Coast because they gave I've been doing sorcerer stuff recently, and there's like 12. How is it they can come up with that many arcane fantasy power end, top end, big splashy ninth level things, and they can't give druids more than 4? 3 of which overlap with every other class, or sorry, 2 of which overlap with every other class in the game. Like, come on.
Yeah, you've got ninth level spells here. Just give them a little more.
Like 3 more would be great. They deserve a little. Like maybe you summon an army of giant elephants. That could be a fun one. I don't know. Maybe you turn everyone you know into a tree. Sure, that sounds like a ninth level spell.
You're asking more than what they're going to give. I'm just asking them, look, you've got a pool of spells here. Pick 3 more that are kind of druidic and put them on the list.
I'm sorry, you're just asking for them to just take what already exists and do the easy route of just giving druids wish. Like, that's what you're asking for. I respect that.
I want better new spells, sure, but I'm trying to be realistic.
That's fair. Are any of these? One of them is a druid exclusive, and that's unfortunate for druids.
I started looking into them, and I wasn't super excited by any of them except for one, but then I thought, 2 more of these are kind of okay. I usually give the caveat that I don't put mine in order, but I think this is pretty easy for me to order.
Okay, sure. I've also have mine ranked. And druids also care about concentration. I mean, the world get 9 little spells here. So, like, I think these should have a power level where they if you have a concentrating on something, it should be this, right? Like, these should be that tier of power, which is an issue for only one of them, but that's going to be the worst. So we'll cover it when we get to it.
All right. Let's see. I guess I'll go first this time.
Sure.
My number 1 is Shape Change.
That's my number 1 too.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's like by leaps and bounds the best thing druids get. This is I would say this is the only 9th level druid spell. That's how I feel about the rest of these. I think Shape Change is really, really, really good. It is the most fair version of this kind of effect because, like, you have to maintain the hit points. Like, you can't ever go up in hit points once you make the transformation. So you'll get your pool of HP, whatever you turn into, and it only goes down from there because you retain the things as you change through other forms. But you can change through other forms as you need to, and as long as you like track out the HP of things, you can become an ancient white dragon. You can become a dragon turtle. How sweet is that? Do you want to be 324 HP dragon turtle? That sounds sweet.
I mean, you can if you get healed somehow, then
yes.
Do your options go back up? All right, good.
If your hit point pool can take it, right? So, like, let's say you're a dragon turtle with 324 HP, you take 50 damage, you switch to something that has less than 50 HP, then you switch back to a dragon turtle, then you can restore the 50 HP back up. You can't do it if you don't have your hit point maximum is capped somewhere else.
Okay. Cool. What else do you want to say about this?
It's freaking sweet.
Yeah.
So True Polymorph is a spell I think it's relatively close to this. But I think True Polymorph is somehow more reined in. I don't remember exactly how. I could be wrong. It might be less reined in. It might be that True Polymorph happens once, and this lets you do it multiple times. Yeah, True Polymorph happens once. This is a thing you can repeatedly do over and over again. True Polymorph has up on this that you can use spellcasting with True Polymorph. You can't use Shape Change spells earned through Shape Change. Like, you have to use their core features. You can't be like casting fireballs, or you become an archmage and do the full spell list reset thing, but you don't need to. Whenever you have access to all the ancient white dragon text and all of the ancient dragon turtle text and all of the text of whatever high CR stuff you can find, you're going to have a good time with this. It definitely encourages you to go hunting. It definitely says, I just need to see the strongest dragon on the planet so I can turn into it, or at least a CR 19 version of it, right? You will go monster hunting to fill out your Shape Change book because it is that sweet.
This is I guess this is technically what the girl in the D&D movie did.
Yes, technically. Yeah. So she's actually a 20th level archdruid.
Yeah, I will say this one feels like it should be druid exclusive.
Agreed. Because, it's not though.
Yeah, it's not. But like Wizard gets everything. Yeah, this one feels druidy, and they need something exclusive. Wizard doesn't need this. Wizard's got true polymorph.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I told you, wizards and sorcerers have like 12 of these.
Yeah.
They don't need this one, but here we are. I definitely like. I think Shape Change is a really fair 9th level spell in that you have to have seen the stuff you want to turn into. That's stuff you can't like use it to regain HP spam that you can do with animal shapes and stuff, right? There's limitations placed on it that aren't placed on other things. So like it feels well designed and again kind of fair. Like I think a 20 level druid deserves to be a dragon turtle if they want to be a dragon turtle. At the same time, like wizards can become a dragon turtle if they want to, or an archmage, or reset their spell list and do a whole bunch of other garbage with wish and busted things with simulacrums and garbage. We're not talking about wizards. I'm just complaining about them briefly. Shape Change is sweet. This is by far, I think, and it's not particularly close, the best 9th level druid spell.
All right. Yep. I'll agree with you there, but I like some of the other ones as well.
Do you like this other one? My number 2 is Foresight.
Yes.
I need to know how much it pains me that it's my number 2.
Yeah, I know. That's rough because I know how much you don't like this spell.
Yeah.
And it's number 2. Wow. I didn't expect it to be number 2 on your list. But yeah, I mean, advantage on everything. This one I think is a lot of fun. 8-hour duration.
Yeah, it lasting 8 hours and not taking concentration means if you don't like Shape Change, don't want to manage it, or maybe you just don't see anything high enough CR that you care about Shape Change, this is the one you take, where you go, okay, well, I have to use my 9th level slot on something, and I can't get an extra attack by upcasting the 8th level spell with like a conjure something, or summon something, so I guess I will use Foresight to get 8 hours on advantage on all my stuff. Sure.
Yeah. What? I still don't understand what you hate about this so much.
It's just really easy. At this stage of the game, advantage is not hard to get. There are plenty of ways to do it in combat, especially. People have been getting advantage on all their stuff for all the time.
Carpet bomb, blanket advantage on everything.
It's, again, the saving throws matter the most. Sure.
Yeah, this was also my number 2.
It's fine. It's
my number 2, and I'm more excited than you are about it by leaps and bounds, apparently.
It doesn't. I'll say it one more time because I have. If you want to see me complain about Foresight, I'm pretty sure it was my worst on Wizards list or one of them. I talked at length about why I don't think Foresight's very good. Maybe not worst, but it was definitely made Bob's list, and I was like, it's trash. I think we have a video on it. Go watch it.
Yeah, I think the video we did on Foresight is where you opened up to the world your disdain for this spell.
If I'm spending a 9th level spell slot on something, I need that 9th level spell slot to do something beyond the scope of what I can do without features, right? Without features, I can take the help action, and with the help action, I can get advantage on something. 9th level spells shouldn't give you infinite of a mundane thing. And that's what this kind of does, is an infinite amount of a mundane thing. 9th level spells need to reshape the world. Shape Change lets you turn into anything, as long as you've seen it. Anything. That's reshaping the world. That's huge. That's impactful.
Shape Change ranked above this for me, too.
Agreed. Wish, True Polymorph, Meteor Swarm, all of these big splat, Time Stop, they change foundationally how you have to consider playing Dungeons and Dragons. The world changes with them existing. Foresight is just a person that's kind of good at stuff. And there are lots of people that are kind of good at stuff. I guess he's really good at stuff.
Really good at a lot of stuff.
No, they still don't add their proficiency bonus to whatever they're doing that they aren't proficient in. And that matters more than advantage at this tier, right? Adding +6 to something does matter more than having advantage on it a lot of the time. And this, if you don't add mods onto this, like you're not getting, this doesn't automatically take you from having a +1 wisdom save with no wisdom save proficiency and makes you start passing a lot more wisdom saving throws. You're not going to pass a lot more wisdom saving throws because you're still not dealing with the DCs of 23 easily, right? You're still not getting miraculous amazingness at everything. You're just a little bit better at it. And if you're already really good at things, you probably have ways of getting advantage on it, which means that doesn't impact the things you're already good at. And it's my number 2.
Yeah.
I don't like Foresight.
All right. See, all right. Your graph goes from number 1 to number 2. Wait,
Yes.
I'm backwards in the camera here, and then I guess 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Mine goes more like number 1, number 2, and then we get the drop off.
Yeah, it really is a pretty sheer drop off. I'll give it that. What do you have for our third best?
I think
9th level Druid spell.
We might swap out these two, but I picked Storm of Vengeance for the next one.
That's my number 4, unfortunately. I picked Truth's Resurrection as my number 3.
Well, all right, well, we're gonna talk. It doesn't matter. We're talking about all these.
This is true.
All right. Storm of Vengeance. It just, I want to like it. It feels like a good druidy kind of thing, but it just takes so damn long for like the cool stuff to start happening. I guess things stack, but like how wide is this ring? And it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, it lasts a minute. It's a 360-foot radius.
Okay, that's pretty big. I'll give it that. But yeah, all right. So what happens in the first round?
Okay. When you cast
damage?
it, each creature under the cloud, no more than 5,000 feet beneath the cloud, mind you. So this isn't infinite in height.
Yes.
When it appears, makes a con save or takes, drumroll please, 2d6 thunder damage.
But that's not all.
2. For a 9th level spell, you took an action, you took your concentration, you've done 2d6 damage. That might have not happened because they could pass, and on a pass they take nothing.
Sam, they also become deafened.
Oh, that's normally upside.
Yes.
Each round that you maintain concentration on this hot trash, the storm produces a different effect. So you don't also get the 2d6 damage every round. That happened once.
No, the stack.
No, on a failed save, it takes 2d6 damage. Then, each round you maintain concentration, you get a thing. So on round 2, it says you get acid rain falls from the cloud.
Additional effects. So they still take the thunder damage every turn, right?
Well, that's in the area. Each creature under the cloud makes a con save. On a failed save, it takes 2d6 and becomes deafened. Each round you maintain concentration on the spell, the storm produces different effects on your turn. So these effects
produces additional effects.
Oh, I'm looking at the D&D wiki and it says different effects.
Oh.
So we might have.
I copied and pasted this from somewhere. I don't know.
Here, I will check Roll20 or D&D Beyond. That'll definitely have it accurately. It doesn't matter. It's still awful for what this is worth.
Yeah, but it definitely makes a difference.
It's a matter of degree at this point.
Yeah.
So storm event. So what? Keep going. What else does it do on our first effect, Bob?
Round 2, you get acidic rain falls from the cloud.
That sounds like it could be dangerous. How much could that possibly deal?
God, I'm embarrassed to say this. Takes 1d6 acid damage.
Okay, so best interpretation reading, we're doing 3d6 damage this round.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm checking D&D Beyond. It does say each round you maintain concentration on the spell, the storm produces different effects on your.
Oh crap!
So we're not doing 3d6 damage here. We're doing 1d6 damage here.
That's
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah, we need Jeremy Crawford. That can't be the case.
So if let's just compare this to, I don't know, Meteor Swarm. Meteor Swarm is 3 instances, or 4 instances, a number of giant freaking huge meteors do 40d6 damage each, right? Let's just say one of those meteors is landing, all right? One of those meteors is doing 40d6 damage, 20 fire, 20 bludgeoning. We have done 3d6 damage over 2 rounds.
Oh, wait. Slow down. Oh my God. It's official. Jeremy Crawford on Twitter. In the Storm of Vengeance, each new effect replaces the effects of previous rounds.
It might be that you have the outdated version then, where they didn't errata it to different.
Oh my God. Look, so this is worse than I thought. I was just giving it a little bit of credit, but oh man, no. All right, this might move to number 4 for me.
Sure. So round 3, you call 6 bolts of lightning from the cloud that strike 6 creatures or objects of your choice beneath it. A given creature or object can't be struck by more than 1 bolt. A struck creature must make a dex save, taking 10d6 on a failed or have as much as success. Notably, this is the round 2, they always take a d6. That's guaranteed. I guess that's something. This is the first instance where it is save or half. The 2d6, if they save, nothing happens. Here, they take 10d6 or half 10d6. So you're always getting something if you can get to 3 rounds. If you get to 3 rounds, we're at roughly a 1/4 of a meteor swarm. 3 rounds of concentration, 1/4 of a meteor swarm. Round 4?
Whoa, slow down. Round 3. All right, you get 6 bolts of lightning.
That hit different things.
Yes. This is worse than level 3 call lightning. Because that's area of effect, at least.
I mean, I wouldn't call it worse than Call Lightning. Call Lightning does 3d10. So
yeah,
like,
all right. Upcast Call Lightning.
Bob, you're not. Stop trying to convince the
I,
internet call lightning. It's good. It's not.
I'm not. I'm
You're
comparing it
lying to
to.
our viewers.
I'm comparing it to this. If you have to make the choice between casting this or an upcast Call Lightning,
Just cast lightning bolt. Lightning bolt's
I'm
8d6 in a
okay,
line.
Sam. I'm saying if you have to make the choice, Lightning Bolt wasn't one of the choices.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. I'll take Call Lightning over Storm of Vengeance every day of the week. Because after 3 rounds of Storm of Vengeance or of Call Lightning, I've done 3d10 damage 3 times in an area. This has done 10d6 plus 3d6 conditionally on it staying up. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen that often too, especially a tier play where people are like trying to kill you. Round 4 is a flat 2d6 damage. So if we're tallying, one creature will have taken 15d6 damage for a 9th level spell, mind you, 9th level, 15d6 damage. At most 6 creatures, by the way. At most 6 creatures taking 15d6 damage. If there's more than that, they're taking 5d6 damage. And then rounds 5 to 10, you would think get a lot better, but they don't. So gusts and freezing rain assails the area under the cloud. The area becomes difficult to terrain and is heavily obscured. Both those are neat enough conditions. Each creature takes a d6 cold damage while in it. Range attacks are impossible. The wind counts as severe and all this bunch of other stuff. Finally, strong gusts of wind disperse fogs and mists and other similar phenomena. So it becomes really stormy and heavily obscured. It deals bonus d6 damage, which means for the last 5 rounds, you get 1d6 damage per round. If you tally it all up, it is half of a meteor swarm damage for a full minute worth of casting. What unbelievable hot trash garbage.
If you don't lose concentration.
Yeah.
And like the most powerful effect, the lightning thing, that I mean, the enormous area doesn't matter because you can only hit 6 creatures. And this hurts so much.
Well, what's worse is like, let's say we're in an environment where you do want the giant area of heavy difficult terrain and heavy obscurity, right? Because it is a big area of that.
Yeah.
You get guaranteed 5 rounds of it and had to have spent in combat 5 rounds doing other things, right? So there have been 5 rounds going on where you haven't had the thing that you would want to cast the spell for, and it will end the moment the heavy obscurity gets 5 rounds after. So like if you're in a super long fight against a siege, you get 30 seconds of
it. If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, assuming you don't drop concentration by round 5, which is so long in initiative. Initiative at 20th level takes like hours, and this is 5 rounds, no shot. Utter trash, completely uncastable.
Oh man.
And then they were like, listen, these effects can't be additive, it'd be too good.
I know. This made number 3 on my list of 4 because I thought they had stacked.
Sure don't.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive about Call Lightning, but that's got a 10-minute duration, so even better than this.
Speaking of Call Lightning, commenters, go check out that video, but more importantly, check out the guy that did the math in the description of the person, I don't know who they are, that did the math in the description of that video. They went through and like, hey, here are the numbers of the space of the different spell effects, and Bob was wildly off, which was great. I had no idea. He had no idea. So we just get to see how much more damage the bigger area does. And it is exponential. It's like in the billions. It was sweet. Props to that commenter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
That was my number 4, your number 3. So that leaves...
No, it's probably my number 4 now.
Great. So our number 4 was Call Lightning. Let's touch back on our number 3 then, shall we? True Resurrection.
Yeah. Yeah, I had this originally at number 4 because I thought, all the Storm of Vengeance stuff stacked. True Resurrection, for me, like it's just like a really expensive option to get resurrected when you've got a bunch of like cheaper and easier options, and so whatever.
Yeah. I would say I'm probably never preparing this for an adventuring day. I can also probably say I might prepare this over a long rest if my buddy died. I can't say the same thing about Storm of Vengeance. I would just never going to prepare Storm of Vengeance. So that's what this has got going for it. You can sometimes prepare this if you're rich. Sure, that's upside over Storm of Vengeance. Is it not? Yeah. It is marginally better than Resurrection. It is marginally better than Raise Dead. It is, I think, way worse than Revivify, because that just happens for a 3rd level spell slot and 100 gold, and you just need to be somewhere in the wheelhouse of a minute of them dying. That happens pretty often. True Resurrection has weird arbitrary years on it that we've talked about. We've definitely also talked about True Resurrection length. I think our Cleric 10th level videos touch on it. I think it's just Cleric. So you can go check that out. Probably do a video on it, right? We
did a True Resurrection video.
Yeah, check that out about why this spell's kind of dookie. Got an hour cast time, sure. Doesn't matter. It's a 9th level functional ritual spell that you take whenever someone has died and you want to get them back in style.
Yeah, just stay within a minute of people and have Revivify ready to go.
Maybe it also has the text like if no body exists, so if they got like disintegrated or something, sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess it's got a couple of niche uses.
It's not as fun to talk about as Storm of Vengeance, though.
No.
It's just kind of bad. It's like, yeah, this is a bad resurrection effect. There are cheaper ways to do this.
If it was the only resurrection effect, then okay, it'd be pretty cool. But there's so many.
Yeah, I actually think this game would be really interesting if True Resurrection was the only resurrection magic. That it's like, oh, this is really novel, actually. Like, this is how you bring people back from the dead. And that's a big, powerful, splashy effect. Death is a lot more permanent whenever you need to be 17th level to get access to the way to get people not dead anymore. But because Revivify exists as a 5th level character to bring people back, it's like, my cousin can do this. Like,
The same cousin could do more impressive things than Storm of Vengeance.
A toddler can do more impressive things than Storm of Vengeance.
All right. Well, I guess this isn't going to be a very long video because we're done. We covered all 4 9th level Druid spells.
But this really should say, I think, to viewers at home, is that Shape Change is really great, and you should play with that. It's very fun to play with. It's a little bit of work, but it's really fun. If you don't want to do the work, Foresight, I guess, is what you get, and then past that, pester Wizard of the Coast for 9th level spells, or go on and find third-party sources. There are plenty of great options out there from homebrew and third-party publishers that have come out with sweet, spicy 9th level Druid spells that aren't necessarily perfectly balanced, but they don't need to be, because this game is kind of all over the place in terms of balance as rules is written. So, like, in the PHP, like, it's a disaster. So, go nuts!
You're 9th level. The spells aren't balanced anymore.
We've left the tier of balance like 7 levels ago, probably 8 levels, a while ago. Around 9th level, the game just kind of got flipped on its head. Now full casters do, superhero stuff, and fighters still attack twice. So.
All right. Yeah. Well, that was our 9th level Druid spell list. Thanks for sticking with us this long. We'll stay tuned for whatever list we cover next time. Go back and watch all the other ones. Cantrips through level 8. What?
I have a math question for our commenters. If anyone wants to do the math on how many creatures you would need to have take a full minute's duration worth of Storm of Vengeance versus a single meteor of Meteor Swarm, I'd love to know, like, how many creatures do you take damage from this for to justify its cast? That could be fun.
Okay.
It's a lot of math, though, so, I don't expect it to happen. But maybe it does. Otherwise, comment on your top 5 list or top 4 list. There's only 4.
Maybe if you wanted to just like feed a city with fish, you cast it over the ocean, and all these dead fish start floating up.
Sure. I think the use case is pretty cute, where you because you have Druid spells at this point, and for Wild Shape, you turn into a vole and bury under the ground, and then Storm of Vengeance just to terrorize a city. Sure, but Earthquake does that a lot better. The granted, Earthquake's a lower read area, but. Only terrorizes it for a minute, though, so it's not even that damaging.
All right, people stop watching already.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. All right, thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.